What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? NBA playoffs are here. It's that time of the year to go ahead and make predictions. So, as I stated before, I went ahead and I stated, I was like, you know what? With no fans, I wondered if the Hoopers were going to really show up. And what I mean by Hoopers are, if you ever play basketball, like, you know, those guys that can really get off one-on-one or at the playground or whatever, but you see them kind of tend to enter the league and they kind of fall off or whatever. There's a lot of those guys in the league because there's a big difference between kind of playground basketball and NBA team basketball. And as I suspected, a lot of the guys showed out individually that you didn't think would in this format, in this setting. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's no fans. So a lot of them are breathing easier and just kind of being more themselves. We saw TJ Warren take off. We saw before he got hurt, Jaren Jackson had a 30-plus point game. Devin Booker almost took MVP, and Dame Lillard became basically a demigod. It was something I wondered if that was going to happen, and it's going to make these playoffs, in my opinion, that much more exciting because I don't think it's any longer a given who's going to go to the finals. So my prediction, and it took me some time to really think about this, and it really, really hurt me to my soul to not pick the Blazers, because if you saw my earlier video, I said I'm picking the Blazers to get that 8th seed, and I think they're going to give the Lakers a problem, and I still stand by that. But ultimately, I'm picking the Clippers in the West because even if they run into those Blazers, even the Lakers, but I think the Blazers can actually take the Lakers. But if they run into the Clippers can do pretty much everything the Blazers can do, and they play way better defense. And I just can't see a situation where unless Carmelo Anthony has a resurgence, because I really think in a series between the Blazers and the Clippers, it would require Melo to kind of turn back the clock. Unless that happens, I don't see anybody beating the Clippers in the West. The East, not so easy. I'm not too high on what I've seen from Giannis and the Bucks. They've really made me take a step back. I thought it was pretty much their conference all year. But I really don't like what I've seen in the bubble, plus the emergence of these role players that are turning into big-time shot makers. So with that being said, after some careful consideration, I'm rolling with the Celtics. I think the Celtics can play defense and hang with anybody. I think they're deep. I think they have the individual players with Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart, gritty defense. I think they're the tough, gritty team that you need. I do think there's a little bit of a matchup issue if they run into the Bucks, which I anticipate will happen. But ultimately, I think they're the better overall team. Now, the best team, I think, is Toronto. And the only thing that stopped me from picking Toronto is ultimately, I think you're going to need that guy. They play great team ball in the East. It might not even matter. But even the Spurs, when they made it out the West, they made it out the West kind of with a similar team dynamic. But at the end of the day, they still had Tim Duncan. They still had that guy that when all else fails and you hand them the ball and tell them to take you there, they always had that guy. I don't think they have that guy in Toronto, and I think in the end they'll get close, and that'll be what sets them apart from other teams. I think it's Boston's conference to lose. So we'll see. Let me know what y'all think, who y'all got. Put it in the comments. Check out my Fan Smarter YouTube channel. And if you're checking me out there, you can look me up on Instagram, Hulk0219. And appreciate y'all listening. Comments, questions, just hit me up. It's your boy Ruben. Peace out.